Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding the TR to PR process that starts tomorrow, the list of documents that are required. Stay tuned. So let's start with the list of documents that you will require tomorrow for your TR to PR application. We are going to start with the international graduates stream. So the documents that you will require for both the streams are almost similar, except for international stream you require the transcript and your degree or diploma to prove that you have studied and you have received the graduation certificate after or on or after January 2017. And for workers you have to prove that you have 1560 hours of work experience. So that is the main difference between the two. Rest of the list of documents is same, which we are going to attach at the end of this video. Stay tuned till the end of the video to listen to all the documents and to get your list, which you can print, check and submit tomorrow, so you can submit a complete application and voila, you get your PR. Good luck. So let's start. IELTS result. IELTS General or CELPIP or TEF, any one foreign official language test result is required, which should not be more than 2 years old. And the minimum requirement for the international student stream is CLB 5 in all aspects of read, write, speak and listen. And for the workers is CLB 4 in read, write, speak and listen. The job reference letter. Regarding the students, to be employed at the time of submission of your application is important. You can be employed in any NOC. The reference letter that you provide from the employer needs to be on employer company letterhead. It has to cover your start date, your end date or current date, as well as your full-time position, your NOC code, your major duties, salary, annual salary and benefit package if you have any. All these have to be mentioned on the letter, and then it has to be signed by the employer, so the supervisor, manager or HR or the employer. This letter along with your current payslip, most recent payslip, can be attached for the student stream, and for the worker stream you need to attach minimum 1560 hours of work experience proof. So for that you can attach your T4, your payslips for all the 1560 hours that you have mentioned, so your weekly or bi-weekly salary slips, your notice of assessment for the tax return that you have submitted, and along with your employment letters from one or two or as many employers as you had for the full-time or part-time work experience that you have cumulative added on your 1560 hours. So coming back to the other documents, your passport. You will require biodata pages of your passport along with all the stamped pages on your passport. Make sure you have your entry to Canada pages stamped that you include with the passport, and also if you have more than one passport, include biodata pages of expired passport as well. If you have dependents, you will need biodata pages of the dependent spouse or common law partner or dependent children passport as well. Birth certificate you will require to submit. It should be in English or French. So if you have it in your original language, you will have to translate it to English or French. Your study permit or your work permit, that is very important. Your study or work permit which is valid and current is required. If your study permit or work permit has expired, you will have to provide proof of the application that you have submitted to renew your status in the country. Your valid status is most important. Your proof of completion of studies for the international students. You will have to prove that you have completed your studies with the help of your transcript and your diploma, degree or your certificate that you have received from your institution. If in case you are a recent graduate who does not have a PG work permit at the moment, then you can also provide proof that your DLI is eligible for PG work permit, and you should be fine on that. If you are married, you will need marriage certificate along with the dependents information as well, so their passport, their forms and other requirements. If you are divorced, you will require divorce certificate. If your spouse or any dependent is deceased, you will have to mention that. You will have to provide the death certificate. A digital photograph is required. The digital photograph of 50 by 70 PR size picture with PR specifications is required. You need to scan both the sides of the photograph, so your front and the rear, because rear side will have the stamp from the photograph studio, which will show the date as well, and it will be your proof that you are residing in Canada at this moment. Your medical document. Regarding your medical document, if you have already completed your medical within the last 5 years when you came here as a student or a worker, you do not need to go for another medical. You can submit that one. If you have completed a recent medical, then you can submit the recent medical. If in case you have not completed medical and you have booked the appointment, then you have to provide a letter of explanation to prove that you have booked the appointment with the doctor from the panel physician and date when your medical is due. So you provide a letter of explanation mentioning all that along with the proof, and that will be valid as well. It will be accepted as for e-medicals. Regarding your forms, you will require to submit IMM 0008, which is generic form. It's a form that has to be validated after completion of the form. So make sure that you hit the validate button after completing all the information, and it has to be validated. It will generate a barcode which will show that it is complete. That requires to go as a soft copy. Your IMM 5669, which is background declaration form, has to go as a completed form along with your signature. Your IMM 5406, which is your family information form, that also you can print it, sign it and scan it. 0130 form, which is the stream under which you are applying, and IMM 5562 is your travel history, supplementary travel history document. So that form which will tell how many times you have exited and entered Canada or any other country after 18 years of age. These are the documents that will be required for tomorrow. So make sure you color scan your IELTS test result or your CELPIP, also your language test result. Your photograph has to be scanned from both the sides. Your police clearing certificates have also to be scanned, color scanned. If you have your police clearance certificate, you can submit that. So you will require police clearance basically from all the countries that you have resided for more than 6 months after age of 18 years. If you do not have a police certificate but you have already applied for the same, you can provide a letter of explanation to explain to the officer that to IRCC that your application is in process, and maybe due to COVID-19 pandemic your PCC issuance is delayed, and you will provide it as soon as you receive the PCC from BLS or from any other institution that you have applied. So do make sure that if you do not have that document, you make for PCC or medical, you please submit the information, letter of explanation to submit the document at a later date when you receive it. And it's the discretion of the officer to accept that or to reject it. But you have done your part. Regarding your biometrics, when you're residing currently in Canada under the public policy updates, you do not have to complete new biometrics. If you pay the fees for biometrics and IRCC sees that you do not require it, you will get a refund of your fees. That brings us to the portion towards the end, which is the fees that you have to submit for tomorrow. You will have to submit both the fees, that's full fees, visa processing fee as well as right of landing fee. So it will be $1,050, and if in case you want, you can also pay the $85 for your biometrics, which will be refunded if you do not have to go for biometrics. So do pay the fees upfront if you can, and submit the copy of the receipt with your application. Good luck to you on your application for tomorrow. Feel free to give us a call at 416-2 29245559 if you have any queries regarding this. The program starts at 12 and you will have to submit it through your portal. You will have through the IRCC portal, through your account. You will create the account using the eligibility tool, and then you will submit all the information. If you wish to hire a representative, and IMM 5476 has to be signed and scanned and uploaded along with your application, so we can represent you. Make sure that you go to an authorized representative. You use an authorized representative for your application. Good luck. Take care. All the best.